Well, I just dropped Duncan off at school, but look at the sunrise. You can't even see it because of all the trees, but wow. And it is about 7 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, which means it's like negative 13. I don't know. Negative 15 to 20 something Celsius. Much better. A proper good morning to you guys. It is just a couple of minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, missed the grand majority of the sunrise. It had literally gone from all of those colors that you saw to just gray sky by the time I made it back home. So, oh well, at least I did capture at least a little bit of it. But I have showered, I'm cleaned up, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to start the day. Time to have a little bit of breakfast. There we go. Quite a bit more effort, but totally worth it. Got a couple of sausage biscuits because we have a bunch of those we have to go through. And then some very quick scrambled eggs with jalapenos and cheddar cheese. A little while later, it's about 10:20. Morning meeting went as expected, you know, same as it ever does. I started looking through my results of the Amazon cool things on Amazon review video thing. Looking at some of the statistics, some of the analytics from the clicks on that. Looks like in terms of the top clicks from that, over half of them are from the US, almost 60%. 8% from the UK, 5% from India, and then it goes Canada, Germany, Egypt, France, so on and so forth. So I started going through and applying for some of the Amazon affiliate programs in those areas. Obviously, I cannot apply to India. It will not let you. I thought that was one of the only ones where they would not let you do that, but for some reason they wouldn't let me apply to Mexico. Somebody had mentioned Mexico, so I went ahead and applied to it. It let me go through the entire process, but when it got to the bank account section, right at the very end, it's like, oh wait, no, you don't have a Mexican bank account. We can't help you here. So it's either set up a Mexican bank account or just don't have one. And it's not gonna be worthwhile to have that, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. The links won't have any sort of affiliate stuff on it. That's fine by me. Hello there, little visitor. Christina had him upstairs, but just brought him back down after she got her shower. He looks pretty happy to be here this morning. Yeah. Is he good up there? Yeah. Hi. Welcome back.
Smiling a little bit.
He being a happy bud.
He's doing whiny cuteness. He's like...
He's kind of whimpering and also being adorable. It's like he wants to talk, but he also wants to just cry a little.
See, I'll look concerned and whine a little bit, and then I'm cute.
I have all of the happy.
I don't understand it. Aww.
That's the happy face. We like the happy face.
Yeah.
We also like the concerned face.
Yeah.
And the monkey face and the frowny face. But the happy one's best.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. What are you trying to tell me?
Much later at this point, Christina actually just took off. She said she wanted to run over to Kohl's. She's decided that she wants to make some more changes to the master bedroom, which means she wants me to make more changes to the master bedroom, but that's fine. Luckily, we have those moving men magic slider things. Love those things. But the T-Blocks box showed up. I'm not going to show you anything that came in it, but I will show you something interesting that came of it. Been talking to Christina about my whole setup here and how I kind of want to move things around and try new things. The office is getting really cluttered, so I have to do something. And so I was thinking, well, I bought all these LED lights. Let me try them out. So I pulled my softbox lights out. These are the softboxes that I regularly use for making videos. They are massive. But lately I've only been using one light out of each of them, and it's one of the lower powered bulbs. So I don't really need a huge amount of light. So I hooked up the two LED panels, which, sorry for kind of blinding you there. And as you can see, they're putting out a decent amount of light. And when you see in the camera, yeah, that's plenty bright enough. Looking at the footage from it, it's a little bit more harsh. Okay, it's quite a bit more harsh than the softboxes I've been using, but it's also much lower on power usage, much lower on space usage, and I thought it was just kind of worth a shot. I'm gonna continue to try these for a few more videos, see how they work out, see if I can take these softboxes down and do something else with them, because it'd be really nice to have one setup that I could use that's really small and really lightweight and easy to move around. To go along with that, I also went on a little bit of a spending spree on Amazon today. As you probably know, I've got this TV sitting here. This is the 42-inch Seiki TV. Duncan and I use it for playing games a lot, and I use it for testing things. It's 4K, so I can watch my 4K videos back on it to make sure everything looks good. But I have all these wires hanging down, and they look kind of ugly, and I have all the entertainment system type stuff down here and down the side. So what I was thinking, I was looking the other day on Amazon, they had a 3-shelf entertainment system that you mount on the wall, and it was like 80 or 90 bucks. But today, in the gold box deals, or one of the deals of the day, it was 30 bucks. The exact same one I'd been looking at. So I picked that up. I'm going to mount it on the wall right there. I'm going to put the Shield TV, the PS4, the controllers, video games, whatever else I can fit on there, maybe even a keyboard and mouse, and that'll get everything out of the way. The problem with doing that is this part of the desk is not going to be usable then. So I'm either gonna have to push it in to get it out of the way or move the entire desk around. But I figure I'll figure that out when the time comes. That's one of the things Christina and I were talking about that got me thinking about the LED panels again, was what should I do with this whole corner of the office? Should I move the desk back to that corner and then have the main entertainment center be right here? I'd have to turn the treadmill around for everything to be able to reach, which again, wouldn't be a big deal. Had it that way before. I don't know. There's so many options in this room. It's such a big room. And I've just got it so cram-packed full of stuff that it becomes kind of difficult to work with. But we will make it work. We will figure something out. But for now, since Christina is gone and since I have about 50 minutes before Duncan gets home and gets off the bus, before I have to go get him off the bus, I think I'm gonna go fly a quadcopter, at least one. I have heard there are dangerous things in this room. Is it you? Probably. Or is it that? This is what we like to call heart attack on a plate. And it's delicious. Don't you think so, Ellis? He thinks it's nap time. Nap time, nap time. So Christina, like I was saying earlier, has decided it is time to do some rearranging here in the master bedroom. She wants to move the dresser over here, elliptical over there, and hang all kinds of stuff on the wall. Go for it.
This is heavy.
Oh well, guess we can't do it. Back downstairs. So it's a little while later. We've been working on the room upstairs. Nowhere near done, but we've moved things around. Gonna take a little bit of, I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been running up and down the stairs. We're gonna take a little bit of time here shortly and put some picture hangers and picture wire and anchors in the wall and things like that. I look really yellow in this lighting. Anyway, gonna do all that and get everything hung up, and then I will show you how the room looks. But, pleasant surprise, I think I said that earlier. I got an email earlier from Blue, the company behind the $100 phones that I've been unboxing recently. I've been paying for those out of pocket. They apparently noticed that, and the fact that I've made several videos about Blue phones. And they said, hey, by the way, we've got this other phone, you wanna check it out? So they're sending it my way. It's gonna be here tomorrow, I guess. But the funny thing is, I went back and looked. I figured, you know, they've just seen my most recent videos about their phones. So I just searched Blue on my channel, and I have 3 videos from Blue phones. The most recent ones have done very well so far. They're in the 5,000-7,000 view range. But the one I did for the sub $100 phones videos, 25,000 views. And then I looked at all the rest of the sub $100 phone videos, the ones that, you know, I did them all at the same time, thinking at the time I'll get 5,000 or 7,000 views a piece. That'll be, you know, that'll add up. That'll be really nice. No, they've all got between 20 and 35,000 views a piece, except for the Moto E, which didn't do particularly well, but I guess that's kind of to be expected. It does go a long way to tell me what I need to be doing on my channel. Unboxing videos seem useless. They seem like they're not, you know, helpful, I guess. But if to some people they are helpful. They show you what you should expect when you get the product, give you that first sort of hands-on experience with it, one person's thoughts and opinions on it after pulling it out of the box, let you see exactly what comes in the box when you purchase it, so you don't have to look it up online and wonder about the quality of the things that are coming in it. So there is some inherent value to that. And when I do the unboxings, I generally go through the first setup and go through the hands-on and everything. So I can kind of see that being useful. So I will definitely continue to do them. I mean, obviously. Too much to do tonight though. It's already 7:20 and I have 2 videos to make tonight. 2 news videos. And I've held off on it for too long. I actually did go through earlier and I weeded out a lot of the stories. I had like 30 stories picked out for the Twill news video. I've weeded it down to 18 now. And the ones I've taken out are just, they're duplicates, they're redundant, or they're just stories that don't really fit in. Either they're not things that I'm particularly happy about, and they're not things I want to talk about. So I've just pulled a bunch of those out. Well, it's definitely not done, but it's getting closer. Yeah. Got all my tools still up here, but got the mirror hung poorly. I say poorly because it's hanging out from the wall just a bit. Put a picture wire on the back of it, and that's just not in the right place. Not gonna do it. We'll fix that. Gotta hang the picture up there. That's the picture. Just needs to have stuff hung on it. It needs picture wire added to it. So it's gonna end up there. Should look okay. We had a clock up over my chest of drawers, but said clock has metal hands, and those metal hands ching together once per minute. And I can't handle that.
So this will be going someplace else in the house.
Yeah,
because I
someplace where I don't have to listen to it chiming every second. It's not even chiming, it's the metal hands rubbing against each other. So once per minute, it goes twice in a row. And 3 o'clock in the morning, I would hear that every single night, guaranteed.
I think everything's coming together then.
Yeah, little by little. And it even came with a free baby. Hello there, free baby. He's asleep. He needs to not be asleep. I could just barely hear it that time, but I could hear it.
Oh,
what
I was trying to burp in. And he doesn't want to be burped for some reason. And so I laid him back like this, and he looked at me, and he went, "Ugh." Like he's actually poked his bottom lip out. He made a big old frown.
He's making a show of it.
And he went, and he stuck his bottom lip out and said, "Wah."
Why don't you want to be burped?
It was so
Is your
funny.
belly hurting?
So I just ate an extra bottle. Yeah.
And it is 10:45. The XDA video luckily is done and is uploading right now. It shouldn't be too long more, hopefully. Luckily I did watch through it. I found a bug right at the end of it. I had to go back and re-render, which, you know, that's loads of fun. But as you can probably see, I have a little booger on me. And he will be here until he falls asleep, thoroughly asleep, so that I can take him to bed. Christina has another migraine tonight. She's gone ahead and taken her medicine and brought him in here and basically said, I can't, my head hurts, I've got to go to bed. So I'm gonna deal with him and try to edit the Twill News video that I'm working on. I will say, I switched over to the LED panels you can see behind me. It looks like a much cleaner setup. I mean, just look at that. 2 lights there in the background, no gigantic softboxes. And I'm even tempted, you can see I've got 2 relatively small stands there. I'm tempted to phase those out because I've got the bookshelves there. I'd be really tempted to put a little mounting arm and put that LED panel on it and then figure out a way to mount the other one on that. On something, I don't know. I'm tempted actually to hang a board on the wall or something. Just put like a, not a 2x4, but maybe a piece of baseboard or something that looks good, that's painted well, that I can screw into and just mount a couple of arms on it to have both of those up there so that I can move them around, I can push them up and out of the way when I'm not using them. I think that wouldn't be a terrible idea. I could technically even put it at a lower level, get some longer arms, and then push those up when I'm not using them. Very, very tempting stuff. I did actually go ahead and order another AC adapter because you can see the left one has a little cable hanging down from it, the right one does not. Which means I'm entirely on battery for that one. I have to do this because I don't have hands. So I'm swapping out all the time because the batteries I've got are actually really, really small batteries. Should have gotten the bigger ones, but oh well. Now I've got the AC adapter coming and I'm doing some testing. I want to see if the 5500 only would be a good option for me because so far I've got the 3200 to 5500 Kelvin ones and they're getting the job done and I'm only using 5500 on them. So I did some testing and the little testing I did, it didn't seem like 3200 was going to make a big difference. I was mixing like 100% 5500 with 50% 3200, and it didn't really make any difference. As long as I've got things set properly in the camera takes care of like 90% of it. So I may actually just invest in another light, start using the little air one behind me for traveling and events, and maybe even as a third light, as like a hair light behind me or a separation light behind me. I'm still really tempted to completely change the layout of this office, the layout of the room. I know the next time we go to IKEA, a lot of that stuff over there is going to change. The bookshelf is going to go away. I've said all this before. Once I get the chance to go to IKEA, new storage solution, a lot of the stuff in this office is going to move around, and I'm going to be a lot more happy with it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. There's not going to be a whole lot more going on. I'm not going to be able to film anything else, unfortunately. I did take the time earlier. I think I forgot to even mention. I went outside and flew the XK250 quadcopter and the F2 AVX. For whatever reason, that F2 AVX does not want to record video. I got it to record inside the house, but as soon as I took it outside, it doesn't want to record. One time inside, it didn't want to record. So I've just got to figure out what's wrong with it. Maybe try a different SD card. Maybe try just turning it off and on again. I don't know. And unfortunately, there's not a good way to test it. So it's basically, if it doesn't work, you just don't get any footage from that flight. Oh well. But those videos should be coming out relatively soon. For tomorrow, I've got the Twill News video. For this weekend, I'm not even sure what I'm going to make videos about. I may do 1 or 2 others. Gonna be a full and busy weekend. I've got D&D with the friends this weekend. Duncan has his final basketball game of the season, which I'm pumped about. It's almost over. We've got friends coming over tomorrow night because they haven't been to the house. They've never been to this house before, so that should be fun. But one way or the other, that is going to wrap it up for me for today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day with me and my family and my adorable little boy who refuses to sleep. Look at those wide eyes. We will see you again tomorrow.